You all. Welcome everybody to the Good Vibe Tribe call. It is April 21st, 2020. Welcome if you're a brand new coach. Best way to get started is to practice the 4 vital behaviors. That's just to do your program, share your journey, and be proof the products work every single day. Invite, connect, and follow up. Add to your network daily. Start new conversations and invite your friends, family, coworkers to join you on your journey. Help those people get results and expand your mindset and ditch self-judgments and self-limitations by digging into personal development. You can become a success starter if you're a new coach, and that means you're hitting Success Club for at least 3 of the first 6 months that you are a coach. What is Success Club? It is the recognition program that Beachbody puts in place where you can earn prizes every few months, as well as earn a trip once a year, a tropical destination trip for you +1, plus recognition, preferred seating, all of these things for helping 3 people every single month get started on a challenge pack. So you want to hit SC5 monthly. So I would say start right away as soon as you become a new coach and continue to do that every single month so you can earn your way on those prizes. You'll also earn a ticket to Coach Summit 2021 and a spot in our next pilot test group. Congratulations to everybody on the Good Vibe Tribe leaderboard. I'm not going to read all the names because Jaclyn has so much juiciness for you tonight that I don't want to take up too much time. But I did post these in the team page. But congratulations to all of you on the 800 and up volume board, the 500 and up volume board, and the 300 and up volume board. It is truly stunning to see. Those of you who are new to the team, this is reflective of PV, which stands for personal volume. I know there's a lot of acronyms at first. Volume is anything your customers are purchasing from you. It has nothing to do with your team, but everything to do with you being a great coach, bringing new customers in, having great customer retention, great customer service. So kudos to all of you women on this board who are earning a paycheck for helping others. Also, congratulations to everybody on the Good Vibe Tribe Success Club board. The board was created yesterday, so I know there's been updates since. So if you want to shout yourself out, you can shout yourself out in the chat box. I know Summer Dunn told me that she hit SC6, and Sarah was at 8. And there was a bunch of people that were shouting stuff out on the team page. It was really exciting. So it's really fun to see everybody just continuing to build through this time right now. Let me open my chat box if I can. Open the chat. So Kayla's at 12. Jennifer Towner's at 2. It's really fun to see you guys. Okay, so congratulations to all of you, and check it out. Our Success Club board is so big. These are all the people that have not just hit Success Club, but those that are building their way towards Success Club. So Success Club 2 to Success Club 4. And my new coach, Jody, got Success Club 12. She's just starting. I'm so excited for all you guys. Okay, so congratulations to Emerald Coach Hillary Coleman, new Emerald on Team GBF. Becoming an Emerald Coach is so important because you enter the world of opening up your business center for team cycle bonuses. And when you're an Emerald Coach and in Success Club, you also get company-generated leads. Very important things. Congratulations to you. And if you're not an Emerald Coach yet, I'm going to encourage you to join our SYSOF 3-day push to Emerald. If you're new to the team, that acronym stands for Set Your Soul on Fire. It's our upline team. Amy and some of the diamonds are running this group together. It's 3 days starting next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, wrapping up on Wednesday, to help you build your business to Emerald super fast so you can be eligible for cycle bonuses by the next pay period after this week. So please get your booty into that group. I posted about it in the team page today. There is a link to join. And just so you guys know, if you're new to the team, you can see here how you can build your business to rank up to Emerald and beyond. These little circles are just individuals that you sign up as coaches with either a challenge pack or a Shakeology home direct order. And you can just see the little green ones here. These are your emeralds. So these green people look like this. They have 2 people on their team. So same here to advance to diamond. You just need 2 emeralds, 1 on each leg, and a couple more coaches. So again, Emerald and Success Club, so you get company generated leads and start earning your way into cycle bonuses. If you hit Success Club 10 instead of Success Club 5, those company generated leads are also going to come with a cute little commission, sometimes a big little commission that'll land in your direct deposit. And then why advance to Emerald and beyond? To be a leader, to build a team, to increase your cycle bonuses to $18 and beyond, and to join our leadership groups, leadership calls, and opportunities to travel with the team. You can always screenshot this, those of you that are more developed leaders, You already are diamond. These are the places you're going next. 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. This is where the magic happens in your business and you really start to see your income compound and change, and a lot of doors open for you. So you definitely want to be a star diamond coach. I have a nutrition focused coach training starting mañana. So the goal of this nutrition focused coach training is to help coaches feel empowered with the resources in our BOD library and our online store. So I know I did a live about it in the team page. If you didn't see it, you can go and watch the live video to see if this might be a fit for you. I feel like a lot of people are saying, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I'm not sure that you're really understanding what it is, because I see a lot of you who I think already know our product library really well. This 4-week training is an opportunity for me to help new coaches, or even if you've been around a while and you don't really know the library that well, it's to help you understand the difference between 2B Mindset, Ultimate Portion Fix, the difference between the different meal plans that we have on Beachbody On Demand, like the Shift Shop meal plan, the 21-day fixed meal plan, the regular meal plan, opposed to the plant-based meal plan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, guidance around all of that. And then I also go into next week, we'll be talking about supplements. So I'll be, Jaclyn's going to talk a lot about it tonight as well. So it'll be covering a recap really of stuff from the call tonight, as well as some other information, deeper dive into each of the supplements so you can learn about them. Then we're going to go into fitness and workouts. So the 3rd week is all about learning about the member library. I know some of you have only maybe done 1 or 2 programs. So I'm going to talk to you more about the different trainers and what they bring to the table, what programs I recommend for different things. If somebody wants strong legs, strong booties, strong arms, lose weight, gain weight, etc. And then the 4th week is the business of coaching in a nutshell, because we do a lot of the business of coaching of teaching you how to build a business, how to invite and do all that. This is really just like how to use Canva, how to make duplicatable templates, how to set your business up in really fundamental, easy ways, okay? So the first call is kicking off tomorrow at noon Pacific time. And I've already started a document in the team page that you can check out. So Wednesday and Thursday, we have calls at noon. And if I don't get through all the topics I want to get through this week on nutrition, then we'll do a 3rd one on Friday. The time is TBA. There will be recordings of all this. They will be posted in the team page in the document that I opened up. So there is not an additional Facebook group for this. If you're on the call, I'm going to be recording the calls, and then I'll do Q&A after so that we can have the recorded call without interruption on it, just to use as a resource for anything that your new coaches need in the future. Congratulations to everyone on the Good Vibe Tribe who are on the road to Elite. Moira is already at Premier Leader. Jolie is already at Team Leader. And then a bunch of team builders, myself, Courtney, Erin, Katie, Hannah, Cece, Kendria, Jessica, and Brittany. You guys want to be on the road to Elite. There are 4 stops on the road to Elite. You can watch Doug Moss's video on the road to Elite in the Team Beachbody Champions page. Just go to the Champions page, go to the little search engine on the side, type in Road to Elite, and Doug Moss's video is one of the first ones to pop up. Watch that. Make sure it's the video for 2020 Elite, because the guidelines are a little bit different. But essentially, to get on your first stop on the road to Elite at Team Builder, you have to be a diamond coach, and you must hold your diamond rank for 6 weeks. And there are other requirements that go along with that. So if you're not pushing and chasing for diamond yet, chase diamond, help your coaches along the way, get into Success Club. That's also a factor in the road to Elite. Advance your business and earn your way onto amazing events and retreats. I'm still telling all my girls, diamond or bust by April 30 to get on my next diamond retreat. So if you want on that bus, you best get on. Other April news, April 21st, today, 4 weeks of the prep and 6 weeks of the work went into your Beachbody library. So hopefully you've told your customers about that. Extended till April 23rd is the last day to get Bar Blend Challenge Packs at $20 off. And then Bar Blend launches in Beachbody On Demand on the 24th as well. And on the 26th, BOD Groups launches. Hopefully you've already watched the training on it. If you have not, write this down, tbbcoa.ch/B, groups. There's probably a .com at the end of that, I would imagine. I just didn't type it. But it'll get you to the training that Kim Carver did. Lots of announcements were happening at the Super Weekend, our virtual Super Weekend this weekend. So if you missed it, make sure you go into the Beachbody Coach 411 Facebook page and watch it. Or if you don't want to watch it, just go to the breaking news in your coup. That is an acronym for your Coach Online Office for all of the announcements. One of which was our seasonal flavor coming out this summer, salted caramel Shakeology. I could not be more excited for this. All right, so hopefully I didn't take too much of your time. I wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of tonight's call with our amazing presenter tonight, two-time elite rock star coach, Jaclyn Hughes. I'm going to roll it over to you.
That was the fastest you've ever started a team call. I'm so impressed. She flew through that. Hey guys, how we doing? All right, so just for purposes of this conversation, before I share my slides, I want to see a show of hands. Who here is an active Emerald coach right now? Okay, put your hands down. Who knows and has a good understanding of what it takes to be an Emerald coach? Okay. All right, I just want to know how much to break down the content I'm going to share, because before we go into it, I know Meredith flew through those slides where she was talking about Emerald, but everything I'm about to share right now has to do with volume. And so I'm going to break that down a little bit more, but volume impacts the coaches that are Emerald and above. Essentially, a very simple breakdown. If you didn't get on our Emerald call last night, we did a team-wide Emerald call last night that I led. The recording is in Soul Warriors, so just jot down if anything that I share on this call seems like you need a little bit more reinforcement, go watch that call. It's short, and I break it down in more detail for you, but essentially you are given two banks, a commissions bank and a volume bank when you become a coach. And when you become an Emerald coach, you open that second bank. And so tonight, what I'm going to be sharing with you is how to maximize the earnings in that volumes bank, because I think a lot of times we go down one road because that's what we hear recognized all the time, but there are more ways to be at the top of those leaderboards where Mary was shouting out recognition, and she shared that those making volume paychecks are making that residual income, not just commissions-based income, and the longevity of your business is based on that. So we're gonna dive into that, and I'm gonna break it down for you and give you some ideas on how to grow that for yourself, and more importantly, how to duplicate that within your team, your organization moving forward, so that it becomes like a legacy of your team, right? So volume equals paychecks, Mary says, and she's absolutely right. All right, let me get my screen up rolling for you. Let me know when that pops up. I can see Mare. Mare, is that showing for you? Yes? Okay. I'm going to go full screen with this bad boy so that nothing gets chopped. All right, so we are learning tonight to pump up the volume. All right. So essentially, we've heard Success Club is an amazing tool. It is one of the go-to tools, and you're not going to hear me contradict that point. What you are going to hear me share with you tonight is different ways to also grow your business and to make sure that those paychecks continue to increase over time. And Success Club is going to be making sure that your new clients get started with the total package. It's not only the best savings for them because they get access to the whole BOD library, also usually the nutrition plan, and they're getting Shakeology. And if you're wording it the right way, really Shakeology is included in just a starter bundle essentially. But we want you to have a well-rounded understanding. One of the reasons Mira's doing the nutrition training is to give you a well-rounded understanding of the nutrition tools, because she's really, really passionate about that area. And so I'm here to share with you some of the other areas that you can share, because depending on your goal, having an income-based, like a volume-based business might serve your goal better than a recognition-based business. And that comes into play when you're starting to build the different streams of income within your Beachbody business. So what are the different types of volume? Personal volume is anything that comes from you yourself and anything that you sell to your direct customers, okay? Team volume comes from what your team, not just your personally sponsored coaches, but depending on where you're placed and your coach sponsoring coaches underneath of you, everything that's accrued underneath of you. So that's important because you will have the opportunity to start tapping into that team volume as an Emerald or above coach. So the different ways that we're going to talk about how to optimize this for you is to highlight different products. We have more than just Shake-O, and don't worry, I'm going to break down all of these more. To add value, sharing your knowledge and experience. Again, one of the reasons Mare and the coaches on this team try so hard to provide you training opportunities is to increase your confidence. And then to meet potential clients where they're at. We have more than just one way to build trust and rapport through our products and programs. And then the big one, retention, nurturing the relationships with existing clients and coaches and exposing them to other products and programs so that they get results and that this becomes a longevity relationship building business for you. All right, so how do we do that? So the ways that in the last nearly 7 years that we've trialed and errored and put a lot of things into action are these ways. This is implementation. And I want you to walk away from this call. I want you to walk away from every call taking at least some nugget of knowledge and putting it into action. So as we go through these steps, I want you to think, okay, what can I turn around and immediately implement? And then what can I build out to? So social media, that is when you're starting to plant seeds. You're starting to share not only what it is you're doing, because we're being a product of the product, one of the vital behaviors, but on any platform, any given platform, and it doesn't have to be all of them, but on your chosen platform, you should be sharing how these products and programs are enhancing your life. And if every day you're just showing up to just share workout and just share your Shakeology, or just share your workout and just share Energize, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to weave in the other ways that we have to meet people's needs. So I'm going to give you some examples. Another way is through free groups, and you've heard us give numerous training calls on this. We've got several past team calls, a whole guide under the FAQ in both Soul Warriors and Viva Vita. But free groups are a great way for you to kind of stretch your coaching legs, especially in the early days of your business. Most companies, most individual businesses online will offer up what they call a freemium or a free group. So in this free group, you're able to give a little bit of what it is that you're offered, give a taste, and Beachbody has set it up beautifully for us to be able to do things like this through Clean Week, through all of the free workouts that are available on BOD. You can set up free groups in so many different ways to run from a day to 3 days to a week. Back in the day, we used to just do clean eating groups. So we would just do a free group, but that got people in the door of seeing what it was that we had to offer and offering value. Another how is to optimize your program product launches. We're still in the launching phase for 10 rounds. So getting behind programs like this and the energy, Beachbody is doing a huge chunk of the marketing for you. So if you're not optimizing and using the hype and sharing about it and engaging not only your existing challengers and client base, but those on your social media, you're missing out on getting the energy and the backing from everybody else talking about it too, and letting people know that you also are offering that product and program. And we've got all the, as Mary highlighted, all the amazing things that Beachbody is constantly in product development for and new program development for. I don't know if you're excited. I don't know if you mentioned it, Mary, but that new muscle burns fat program, so stoked about that. But I mean, that's down the road, knowing that we have to optimize where we're at right now, but also realizing that we're going to have a constant stream. This is one of the beautiful aspects of partnering with Beachbody, is that they're always in product development so that we can focus on this part, the implementation, the helping people. A big one for us, and actually a conversation in my challenge group got spawned today, is team-wide cleanses. Few people all today messaged me and they wanted to do the 3-day refresh or ultimate reset. I'm like, okay, well then let's do this. Even my mom was like, it's time, my cholesterol's up, I need a three-week ultimate reset. I'm like, okay. So getting behind doing those as a collective really bumps up not only, your commissions, because if you look at the price point on the kits, not only are they getting the total solution, it's going to help people see a tangible result. It's a really good unifying experience. If you've ever done the cleanse with a group of people, you like lock arms with them. So it's a unifying experience for your community, but it's also a huge volume builder, because when you do it together as a community, all that volume rolls up, and anybody that's Emerald or above is going to see a significant bump in their overall earnings. It's not only from a commissions. Remember, when you have both of those banks open, you double tap those. So we're going to get into some numbers in a second. Team flash sales. This is something that we do sometimes annually or seasonally. I'll explain it more in the slide. It would get too confusing if I tried now. Freemiums, books, guides. Mary's got free book guides. I have some mindset playlists, some different things. That one is where you have to tap into what your market, your avatar needs most, and then speaking directly to their needs. Newsletters. Courtney Burton is a boss at newsletters. I'm stepping up my game in this department because it's a really easy way for you to stay in people's inbox and in their sphere. You should be asking for those emails and adding value in those emails so that they get more and more familiar with you. Blogs are not a necessity, especially in the day and age where we have like Instagram highlights and IGTV, but they are a really helpful resource to help you build credibility over time and recognition. Like we do on our team. We start each team call each week. We're recognizing volume, and we're not just doing that because to impress upon you the importance of that being a crucial element in your business, because we want to see you guys be successful. It's not about us. It's about knowing that when you came into this opportunity, you were entrusting us to mentor you so that you could build this into a business that earned you an income. And we know from experience that getting that piece of your business locked in is going to be what gets you there. So recognizing that is important as well, not only for us to do it for you guys, but for you to adopt that as a part of your culture. And even if it's one or two coaches on your team, recognizing that early on so that you can create that duplicatable piece in your business. So this is what it looks like, an example of social media. And I just threw mine up here, but you could go to any one of the leading coaches on this team and see the same kind of thing happening. Through social media, I try on my stories. When I was nursing, I would give like my breastfeeding survival guide. And you might be thinking like, why is that important to Beachbody? Well, one of the things in my breastfeeding survival guide was my daily greens boost. Another one of the things in my daily survival guide was my Shakeology. Another one of them was like that I'm using 2B mindset to make sure my nutrition is on point all throughout my pregnancy, which all helped my mindset, my energy, my milk supply. So yes, I'm sharing this because it spoke directly to an audience that I was trying to reach, but also in there, I'm weaving in value and product knowledge so that people understand how I'm using these products and programs. I'm taking them on the journey with me and I'm plugging them into the resources that I use that got me a result, which is essentially what we do as coaches. The next one, my travel healthy tips. I use my Beachbody bands, my Beachbody sliders, always go in my suitcase because I can use those in hotel rooms. I talk about the ease of using BOD when I'm on the road. I talk about beach bars. I talk about the travel size packs of Energize. So yes, I'm giving them other travel healthy tips about mindset and weaving other things in, but if they click on that and they're looking, they're also going to get educated about these other tools that we have that don't often take center stage. But I will tell you one thing, when people swipe up or they ask me for the link to Greens or to Energize, those are volume gold mines. Like you can have people start out there and work their way into a challenge pack. And I think sometimes we're so fixated on they have to get the whole bundle and get going that way. But for somebody that might be interested in that, I'm speaking to a need that they have at the moment. And of course, I'm timing these things. Summertime, after school, kids' lunches, my morning energizing lineup. There's greens in there. There's collagen in there. My Glow Go Mom Juice, collagen and Energize right there. We got my Shakeology. Usually, if I was doing this about the kids' morning lineup, it would be Daily Sunshine, the No Bake Energy Bites. You're going to find Shakeology and collagen in there. On my clean eating tips on a budget, I talk about what meal plan I'm using, 2B mindset or portion control, or if I'm doing ultimate portion fix. And then something like this one on the end where I'm talking about pictures, you might be like, well, what does that have to do with anything? That can tie into a coaching post, and I talk about products and programs. So it all comes together, and I'm offering value, and I'm linking what it is that I'm talking about to the audience that I'm trying to speak to, and I'm highlighting other products other than just the standard that we're used to. This is one of my free groups that did amazingly well when I was expecting, and it doesn't have to be expecting. You could do this around training for a marathon, around if you have an autoimmune issue and you're trying to help people with that specific autoimmune issue. You can start a free group where you come in and you offer maybe streaming workouts. These, I just created little BOD guides, and they would get their 2 free weeks of BOD, and I would show them which workouts in each of, that was on BOD at the time. This was before the pregnancy programs even launched. So what I did is I just combed through BOD, pulled all my favorite workouts that I knew how to modify. I shot a little YouTube video that showed them how I was modifying some of my favorite workouts, and I put it together in a PDF. Then I opened up a group. I marketed it as my Rockin' Your Bump and Beyond group. They'd get in there, they'd activate their 2 free weeks, they'd get a free guide, I'd give them meal planning tips, I'd talk to them about Shakeology, I'd talk to them about some fun things like what my nursing bras were most supportive to work out when you were pregnant. We talk about fun things too, like things for kids, what wraps we were buying, what baby carriers. You can add it in there. And what that becomes is your hub of a free group to be able to pump product knowledge and plug things that you're using into, and they get first dibs to the groups, the paid groups that I'm offering. And so when I go into these free groups, I'm creating a culture and a community and trust, because let's be real, so much is going on online. And it used to be that you'd need 4 touches with people to build that no trust like factor where they'd want to join you and give you their business. but now it's more like 17 touches. So if I'm doing my due diligence on social media, adding value there, if I'm opening up a free group where they can join with no commitment to really get an understanding of who I am and what I offer, and if I'm following up with them via my newsletters, like, can you see how this starts to stack and they start to understand who I am as a coach? I like to call this like the nurturing phase or the dating phase. They're starting, you're auditioning as their coach. And if they say, oh, I can't do the paid one right now, and you just leave it at that and you never follow up with them again, being like, well, I have a free group. Maybe we like try out that community for a little while and see if it's something that you like. And then maybe we can transition you into my wellness studio if it's something that you feel you're benefiting from. This was and continues to be a huge source of, it's been, my daughter's 3 now, or no, she's 2.5, but she's like, I started this when I was pregnant with her, so it's been well over 3 years, and I'm still connecting with women from my Rocking Your Above and Beyond community. All right, so optimize product launches. So we do a lot of this. Mary is so gifted at like doing her Canva guides where she pumps them into the team. And that's because she wants you guys to be excited about what's coming. I just released a few guides for my team too, but this is a great way for you to be able to understand what's coming. We have a lot of products, as Mary shared at the beginning of the call. When you educate yourself about what's coming, you can share more confidently. And then think about it, like Beachbody already did the heavy lifting. And even now, I don't know if you guys have looked at it, but under the Grow My Business tab in your Coach Online office, Beachbody has even up-leveled each product launch by going and creating Instagram storyboards for you already, so you don't even have to do it. We've given trainings on how to create Instagram storyboards. Canva is free, and they have templates already created. You pull the graphics. There's a whole social media kit for each product and program that Beachbody already does for you. If you're like, I'm not savvy in that way, you guys use the tools. That's one of the beautiful elements of partnering with Beachbody is that they do the product development, the testing, the transformations. They put these guides together and the launch materials. You just have to it's not about the resources, it's about being resourceful and actually putting them into play. So when you do this though, you help not only yourself, but then you're sharing with your challengers. Your excitement is fueling the people that might have lost interest and got bored doing whatever they were doing on BOD before. You can share with your coaches as you continue to grow a team, you're getting behind it together, because when a program launches, if you do it right and together as a team, again, Emerald and above, that second bank, bulk purchases all together at the same time, you're going to see a nice little bump. You can ask anybody who, in the last several weeks with this launch of 10 rounds, if their income has gone up. And I know for a fact, one of my coaches, several coaches of Mare's have had record pay weeks because of this launch. So having the knowledge each time that there's a product or a program launch that's looking like you're going to have a bump, make sure your Emerald and make sure your Ruby, make sure your diamonds are locked in, rank advanced before the next product launch, because you want to take advantage of that collective bump to volume that's going to happen as a team. This is where we grow together and we're better together, because if one person decides to run and do a program launch versus all of us together uniting and doing these big team launches, you're going to notice a drastic difference, right? So that's why we try so hard to make sure that you guys are informed and that you get behind these launches together. Team cleanses, I talked a little bit about this, and you'll see the volume breakdown in the slides I had to come. This used to be what we did. We called it the 3-day Shakeology cleanse, and we did it so much, and so much of Team Beachbody did it that Carl created the 3-day refresh. But I'll let you in on a little secret too from a volume perspective. While the 3-day refresh is amazing and an add-on, if somebody wants to order a bag of Shakeology, like obviously the volume on that is a lot more, and they can create a Shakeology 3-day cleanse from their Shakeology stash. They can even get a Shakeology sampler pack, which I'll break down for you in a minute, like how the volume adds up. And just commissions alone, when I break down the actual numbers on these, what I'm providing you is numbers alone, but take into account that you'd also cycle bonus on all of that. So any one of these kits, this kit here, it's like $300, and this is the dual kit. So most people that do a cleanse, well, I won't say most, quite a few, at least on my team, they like to do it with their spouse, or they like to do it with another person in their vicinity. So they order the dual kit. I think it comes in right under $300. The one kit by itself is right under $200, and I think it's on sale right now. But the PV on this is incredible. The TV on this is incredible. You'll see in a minute. So you do a team. You market that in your challenge group, or you do it together as a team. Not only, again, is it going to unify you because you do a cleanse with somebody, you get bonded. you understand each other on a different level because you're working through a challenge together, but also the TV on that is incredible. Freemiums, these can be something so simple. I feel like we overcomplicate this. Mary's got all these Gucci nutrition books, which are fun, but that speaks to her knowledge base. I did like drop your email and I will send you like my printable grocery list and an example of what I buy at the grocery store. It can be a playlist. Like I put together a YouTube playlist of all my favorite mindset tracks that help me get primed in the morning, or a list of all my favorite personal development books that help me be more patient with my children. And like, that's relevant for me and my audience, but you can think about things that people in your audience would like, and you might be wondering why this is important. Again, it goes back to that know, like, trust factor where you're building relationships with people. And when you can put freemiums out there that allow you to do that more readily, it just helps you build that rapport that much more quickly. Team flash sales. Okay, so team flash sales are something that kind of got spawned a couple of years back, and essentially we run them together as a team. And remember what I said about when the team unifies behind something like this, how all of that rolls up. So essentially what this does is we did a pre-holiday one. They're usually around Christmas. Sometimes we do a summertime one. It's usually associated, Beachbody will do semi-annual sales where they're marked things down. What we do for team flash sales is we invite participants into a group. You can read the directions here. Each coach will highlight a different item that maybe isn't as familiar. So daily sunshine, energize, each one will get a video where we talk about it. And then anybody that's been invited to that group will have an opportunity to comment and say, I want that. And whoever invited them then has to be responsible for giving them the gift card associated with it. So it is an out-of-pocket thing, but I will tell you that when the team rallies behind and does it, even if you're out of pocket to send like a $5 gift card for an Energize purchase, or a $10 gift card for whatever it is, there's a cost breakdown for P&P, like it can only be a certain amount, and they're little Amazon gift cards. You notice that huge volume bump in the team, and therefore you get the commission, you get the volume, and while you may be shelling out $5 or $10 for a gift card for that thing, you're increasing product knowledge. If that person orders more than once or stays on continuity, it's a reoccurring shipment. You're making far more than whatever that gift card would cost you. And it's fun. It's like a holiday thing. We usually have such a good time throwing these. It's in a one day. It's like a rapid fire. Every coach goes right after. You don't have to wait for the team to do this for you, like organize this for you. If this speaks to you, if you're like, oh, that would be so fun to do with my team, you can organize one for your team. Again, it's going to benefit those that are Emerald and above though, because you want to see that volume boost. If you're not Emerald above, it's not really you're not going to notice the overall pan out of it as much. All right, newsletters and blogs. This is kind of like on social. I'm a huge fan of working smarter, not harder. So when I take the initiative to put something together that I know is going to be a useful resource, I'll put it on the blog so that I have a rule too. If I get asked more than like 5 times about a certain topic, I make it a blog. So for instance, I got asked a bajillion times, is it safe to use Shakeology while you're pregnant? So I made it a blog so that I could send that link out to people, but then I also send it out in a newsletter. I also put it in an Instagram story. I make it a highlight on my Instagram story so that I can be sharing this content. I post it to Pinterest. Like, get your content out there, because the more eyeballs and familiarity that people get with you being a trusted resource and offering value, the more likely it is that they're going to continue to follow you, come back for more information, and trust you when you shoot out an invitation that says, hey, I have a community. I see that you're watching my stories. I love what you're sharing. Would you like to join me? Now they know the kind of things that you're putting out there because they've either already subscribed to your free group, or they're on your newsletter list, or they see that on your social media you're always pumping out something valuable. So in that way, they're going to have more likely to say yes than somebody that you just randomly send an invite to, and they go to your page and they don't see anything except you sharing your workout in a Shakeology. They're like, oh, okay, well, what is in her group? How do I know what I'm going to get there? I've had no opportunity to get to see some of your goods. Show them your goods. Like, put them in a newsletter, put them on a blog. Again, you don't need a blog. You can make your feed on Instagram. It's like a mini virtual blog right now. But these types of things really help. Again, in the Vitamin Packed fudgy pops, say that 5 times fast, is, what do I put in that? I put in Daily Sunshine. That's it. Daily Sunshine and coconut milk. Like, that's my vitamin packed fudgy pops. And I talk about how I enhance it with some vitamin droppers and my Cleanish Foods grocery list. Of course, I have all my Beachbody must-haves on my grocery list, like beach bars and all of that. And then they want to know where you can get them. And I have that link there. Again, travel healthy tips, same thing. All of my morning lineup, all of these have some element of education on the products I use outside of just Shakeology. Again, recognition, like Mary shared at the top of the call, we want to see you on this board because it means you're getting a paycheck, and it means you're getting a paycheck from residual income, not just commissions. Because ask any one of the leading earners on this team, the bulk of what we make is not from commissions. The bulk of what we make comes from that team cycle bonus, because we working together, all of us, has such a greater impact, and you get to start tapping into that once you're an Emerald or above coach. All right, now to the part where you kind of get to like see how this all comes together. How to make $200, and more importantly, how to teach your team to do the same thing. So these are all the product. We're going to go through a couple of these pages, and you're welcome to take a screenshot if you'd like. But Energize, the cost of it is just under, and this is without coach discounts, right? PV is 38, TV is 30. So you earn commission of $12.49. So just commissions alone, if you sold 16 Energize, you'd make $200. But if you're an Emerald coach or above, you cycle on that. So for every 200 to 100, and again, if you don't know what that means, go watch my Emerald call that we did yesterday and it will break it down for you. But for every 200 to 100, you'll cycle $14 or $16 or $18, meaning that you up this number more. So you're not just earning commissions anymore, you're earning volume. Daily Sunshine, you can earn $200 in commissions alone by selling, where did I put it? Six Daily Sunshines, 3-day refreshes. Again, we talked about the power of doing this together as a team. So if you are alone, this is just you alone, sell 12 refresh kits. But let's say you're doing it together as a team and you're an Emerald coach or above and you're cycling on that, you're going to notice a nice healthy little bump there when you have more people doing a refresh together. Beach bars, 10 beach bar orders, $200. Again, more if you're an Emerald or above coach. Clean Week being available, it's free. It's in front of the paywall, the workouts. But if you tell them we're going to do a Clean Week workout program, all you need is a sampler kit of Shakeology. They only have to spend $30 to get into your group, that they're going to get a week's worth of free workouts. You do 27 people, you're earning $200. And if you're an Emerald coach or above, that number goes up. Shaco sampler pack, again, how I told you, you could do the 3-day refresh or a Shakeology sample pack. So the 3-day refresh, the cost is $69, and the commission on it is you get 52 TV points, and it's only $17.95. But if you do a Shaco sampler pack, you get, that number is wrong. TV is higher than that, but it's a lot more, like if you get more people in a shorter amount of time. That makes no sense. I understand that the graphic confuses you, so just disregard that. Okay, so Daily Sunshine, this one, 6 Daily Sun. Oh, I did that one already. Whoop. Okay, Performance Stack, you can do this Performance Stack, 7 of them. You can do the annual on demand. So we talk about challenge packs being the best way to go, and it is, but you guys look at this. If you get 5 people to just get the $99 access all demand, that's $200 right there as well. So while we want to encourage you to get people started with a total solution, be willing to be educated and confident enough to say, like, okay, well, we can start you out here, but then also letting them know that there are other opportunities for them to join you. 2B Mindset and UPF base kits. Look at that, 7 base kits, $208. This is with challenge. These are just the base kits alone. You've got this was when Morning Meltdown was launching that I did these, but you could factor in any of the accessories bundles for 10 rounds or any product programs that are coming, same kind of thing. And then the Ultimate Reset, again, look at that, 4 people. 4 people joining you with not even the double Ultimate Reset, just that, and you've got $200 in commissions. Forget about the fact that if you were to be Emerald or above, that would be higher. And then the digital unlocks, you get 16 people to do just the digital unlocks. And again, the other thing that we have to share is that when you become Emerald and above too, not only are you earning this volume, you're unlocking this volume, but you're also getting free leads. And if you're in Success Club, you're getting paid free leads. So people that are ordering product themselves, because Beachbody sends out those emails like they did today. I had somebody reach out and they were like, oh, I saw that the 3-day refresh was on sale. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, like she wanted to get that. Beachbody's sending out emails. They're discounting certain things. And if you're doing your job to show up and give the support around those products and programs, they'll as easily add that to their bundle, or they'll either add onto their bundle, or they'll go ahead and purchase those things on their own. And if you're an Emerald coach or above, you'll get those paid leads. You'll get people added into your commissions-based lead wheel and cycle bonuses. All right. So that was a lot of information. I kind of went fast, but do you guys have a better understanding of how team volume plays out and why it's so important? Yeah. Okay. What questions do you guys have? Oh, wait here. So good. All right. So what one thing stood out to you that is something that you feel like you can implement, like that you're excited to sink your teeth into? Because remember, before I started, I really wanted you to come into this thinking, okay, that's one thing, because I don't want it to be overwhelming. By no means do you need to go out and do all the things that I said on that list. But I would love for you to take at least one where you're like, I can see my team getting behind that. I can get behind that. Better with freemiums, team 3-day refresh, inviting others outside to do it with you, run clean week.
I'll say something.
Go for it, Jen.
With the unveiling of BOD groups, I am going to set up a 3-day refresh group for later on in May. So when my new customers come in and look and see what all the groups I have going, they can just pick and choose that. And then I'm also going to do like my regular challenge group. So I'm going to utilize the BOD groups and get that going.
It's such a great idea to do, like either seasonally or even every month, to have just a little cleanse side group for people to support. Because I know myself and Mary, we have like guides that we could pump in there and support. I'm really excited about BOD groups too, and see how it plays out and how it makes it easier for us to do things like this. It's a great idea, Jen. Okay, what else? I'm trying to read all these comments. Aubrey. Thanks, Aubrey. I get Mary and I, we're she's the yin to my yang, because sometimes like I get a little too content heavy and I throw it. She's like, okay, that's a lot of information, Jackie. Like, you don't need all, like, I could be successful and be a hot mess. You don't need to know all that. And I'm like, no, they need to know all the things. So we kind of balance each other out there, but I'm glad you found it helpful. All right. You guys, I want to like kind of emphasize one specific thing too, that retention piece. Like when you take the time to educate yourself on these other products and programs, like being on this call, now you have this broader knowledge of these things. Keep taking it a step further. If you have too much Shakeology, keep something else on auto ship for a while. Like increase your product knowledge, increase your confidence in sharing things by putting yourself in being the product of the product, right? And then also just using, such a huge part of us as coaches is about nurturing, is about the actual relationship building and getting people to use the products and programs. That's why this whole Team Beachbody thing was created. So it's not about just getting somebody a challenge pack, getting your 2 Success Club points and deucing out. It's almost 7 years in, a big portion of my income comes from those residuals, you guys. And it's because I continually check in with my people that signed on with me 4 years ago. They are still they still hear from me. They still order Shakeology. It may not be every month, but it's several times a year. You have that kind of rapport and connectivity with the people that you have built relationships with over these years, but they will respond by the way that you treat them. And if you treat them like they're 2 Success Club points, you drop them in a challenge group and you expect to never like hear from them again, don't expect them to renew their Shakeology. Don't expect them to care about you pumping information into your challenge group about how you're using daily sunshine or beach bars or greens, because then it just becomes about sales instead of about the relationship. So I really hope that you walk away with this retention knowledge too. Like we have all these other ways to add value, all these other ways to earn, all these other ways to meet people's needs outside of Shakeology and a challenge pack. Here you go. Enjoy your journey. No, like that's great, but it's not everything. And some of the people that have been around for a while, they need that piece, you know? Yeah, I've been there. I've come back from summer travels and I've had like a whole stockpile of Shakeology. I'm like, what else can I have on auto ship for a while? And now we have so much more. Like back in the day when Mary and I started, it was only Shakeology. Now we have beach bars. Now we have boosts. Now we have beach bar. I said beach bars, Daily Sunshine. Now we have all these things so that we can try and have continuity with other things, right? All right. Anybody else? You guys are all writing here. You guys can unmute yourselves. Don't be shy.
I was going to say, and like, I know that Success Club points are important, but you get Success Club points for the beach bars on HD, for the Daily Sunshine, for selling the Ultimate Portion Fix or the To Be Mindset. Like, there are so many other ways. Any order of 90 PV on HD, so if they get an Energize, a Collagen, a Power Greens, and a Hydrate, and it's all on HD, that's a Success Club point. So like, you guys just understand that there are other ways to do that aren't always challenge packs. So just kind of a,
yeah. Because you do want to earn, like, it is a goal to get your Success Club points. That's awesome. But like Court said, this TV knowledge can be a huge game changer because you can still accrue Success Club points in other ways now. And you get retention points too. Like now, if you get Shakeology and somebody stays on it the next month, you get a retention bonus point. I mean, they're making it a lot easier to win at this game than it's ever been before, you know? Home Direct, yeah, they're on Home Direct.
I think they stopped that. They did it for last month as a promo.
Oh, only last month? All right, bummer.
I know we were all asking in the roundtable, can we keep that going? You never know when they'll do it again.
They'll bring it back. If they've done it once, then I have no doubt they'll do it again. Cool. All right. Any other questions? You have us for the next couple minutes, or we can wrap early for our East Coasters. I'm sure they'd appreciate that since it's so late. Anything? All right. I'd love to see too, like as you try things out, let us know, post on the team page if you found this super helpful. If there's something you want to pass on, be sure that you tag teammates, coaches in the recording of this so that they can benefit from this knowledge as well. I know not everybody is able to hop on at the same time. Cool. All right, guys. Mary, do you have anything you want to say wrapping it up?
I'll just answer this last question that came in from Brianna. She said, what's the $50 referral thing that someone talked about on the wake up call? So on the national wake up call, Holly was just talking about, like I talk to my clients about getting referral bucks. It's just signing your client up as a coach and then asking them, like, who do you know that wants to join our boot camp with us? Or who do you know that wants to get started with us? Or even if they sign up as a customer, it's asking them that and then upgrading them up as a coach so that they can sign their friend up. It's just the same thing as commissions,
Okay.
Using a different language around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, you guys. Thanks, Jay. You're the best. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? And you guys, such a good training. And then again, I've answered this a few times, but it keeps coming up. Nutrition training that I'm doing, nutrition focused training, because it came up again in the chat box. It's not a Facebook group, okay? It's just live calls that I'm going to have recordings to. So if you can't get online, that's totally fine. I'm going to post the recordings in our team page in the document that I've already set up. Our first call is going to be tomorrow at noon Pacific time. We're going to be talking about To Be Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix. And then Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be going through some of the different meal plans in the Beachbody On Demand library. So if you can jump on, we're going to use this team call line. So just the same one. And if not, you'll have the replay to listen to. And we'll dive in next week to supplements. So we'll break down a lot of the supplements that Jaclyn talked about tonight so you know more about them. All right, you guys. Thanks for showing up tonight. I'll do a post-call discussion then team page, and I'll see you guys on our next team call. Bye, everyone.